Daniil is 27 years old, originally from Irkutsk. During his military service, he received an officer rank, although he did not want to connect his life with the army. According to Daniil, he was forcibly sent to a training camp in temporarily occupied Crimea in June. Then a representative of the Main Intelligence Directorate got in touch with him, and the communication began with the conversations about Alfyorov's psychological state. Daniil did not want to participate in the criminal war against Ukraine and convinced 11 more soldiers from his unit to use the I Want to Leave program when they found themselves in the Kherson region. After that, the unit began to suspect him. The man even became a victim of torture.
I was tied up to a tree for a day. They tied my hands behind my back, tied with zip ties, and beat me up. I was destroyed mentally. I was lucky that I was only there for a day. If I had been there longer, they would have broken me too. Plus, they promised to take me through the positions so that other officers would destroy me. They wanted to discredit me by injecting some morphine, saying that I was a drug addict. They promised to take me to the military police, where I would be raped.
The abuse was carried out by a special detachment of the battalion commander, and according to Daniil, there were such detachments along the entire front line. After this incident, Alfyorov decided to escape. He contacted the Main Intelligence Directorate and a few days later surrendered to the Ukrainian Special Forces. The man does not plan to return to Russia until the end of the war. Ukrainian intelligence says that the number of requests from Russian soldiers has increased by 70% in recent weeks. This was primarily influenced by the success of Operation Synytsia, when pilot Maxim Kuzminov flew a Russian Mi-8 combat helicopter to Ukraine. But the degraded morale of Russian soldiers also takes its toll.
I would like to separately address the Russian military personnel. Ukraine is a civilized state that adheres to the Geneva Conventions. This state is democratic and European. Ukraine fulfills all its obligations, and this certainly applies to those who decided to go over to the side of Ukraine. And of course, those who want to preserve military honor, simply human honor, and not stain themselves in blood with war crimes, have such an alternative: not to be a slave, not to carry out criminal orders, or turn to the Ukrainian Special Services, to the project I Want to Live.
In total, according to representatives of the Main Intelligence Directorate, 200 Russian soldiers have already used the I Want to Live program, and about 1,000 more similar operations are at the final stage of work. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Danilo Kobza, UATV News.